Hey, do you know the definition of insanity? These two sure do.
Doing the exact same f***ing thing over and over again, expecting shit to change.
Welcome to WatchMojo.com's video game duel series, and for this fight, we'll be pitting Grand Theft Auto's Trevor Phillips against Far Cry 3's Vaas Montenegro.
Who the f*** is it going to be? Them or me? Me or them?
Round 1, Determination.
Well, let me show you the operation.
When it comes to pulling heists and generally anything involving violence, Trevor is up for it. He happily played part in several high-stakes thefts, and as his sanity has deteriorated over the years, he has become fearless in the face of death.
If I knew we were having visitors, would have done a little spring clean.
He's taken on droves of thugs, cops, and hired killers all by himself with nothing but a gun and a hell of a lot of rage to keep him going. Needless to say, it worked out in his favor. Have you ever seen a guy in a dress do that much damage before? Vaas is a broken man on the inside, and that makes him extremely dangerous. His warped philosophy on life and mental games that he plays with his victims shows that despite his obvious insanity, he can find a way under people's skin. And that's even without resorting to weapons.
We're gonna have a little bit of fun on my island. We're gonna make like a reality show, come on.
The rivalry he forms with Jason Brody becomes his obsession up until the end, even willing to let himself be killed just to push his nemesis over the edge, showing him what men can be driven to when pressured enough. Showing no remorse for his enemies, allies, and even himself, Vaas's unrelenting madness just pushes him ahead, definitely beyond the point of any sane man. Winner, Vaas Montenegro.
Citra, I won.
Round 2, Weapons, Powers, and Equipment.
Should we get the guns? Yes, chef.
Welcome to Los Santos, where any gun shop can provide you with an entire arsenal capable of decimating even the most well-equipped police forces. Trevor makes full use of this during his violent outings with his motley crew, Michael and Franklin. He also has a special ability, which, when activated, allows him to take and deal double the damage, which is very handy when you're constantly thrown into gunfights.
Jesus.
Huh?
No, come on.
What?
Sorry.
Now, where
sorry.
were we
Come on,
exactly,
get up,
huh?
Get up.
Oh, and did we mention he once had access to body armor and a minigun?
Sweet mother shit.
For Vaas, it's his intimidation, traps, and mind games that serve as his greatest strength. Pushing Jason Brody towards the morally reprehensible was his crowning achievement in this light, but make no mistake, he's quite handy with a gun.
Wow! I give you one, you take two! You did it! Huh?
After all, he did manage to nail Grant Brody in the neck. As opposed to open combat, Vaas likes to keep the odds in his favor. So instead of battling mono-a-mono, you're more likely to end up bound, gagged, and either left to roast or pushed into a gorge. That's not to say that Vaas's methods aren't effective, but his arsenal just doesn't compare to Trevor's, who would more than likely mow down all of Rook Island with bullets just to land a single killing blow. Winner, Trevor Phillips. Round 3, Allies.
Like I said, Franklin, deranged.
Yeah, and best friend.
Exactly.
Trevor's companions may not have as many sociopathic attributes as he does, but together they can pull off some of the most thrilling and creative heists you can imagine. Michael is incredibly wealthy and a veteran thief. Franklin may be young, but he's a natural when it comes to stealing cars and committing assassination.
Man, you get what you give out, Mr. Lowry.
The trio have managed to hold off wave after wave of law enforcement while also taking out antagonists who thought themselves untouchable.
Is this? Terminate him! Close this problem right now!
Gaggy, use a little backup here.
36 flow. I got it.
Aside from the legions of men that he has at his command, the only true ally Vaas has is his superior, Hoyt Volker.
Anyone who helps those savages out in the woods will end up like our friends here. Is my point coming across?
Ruthless and without remorse, he commands both the drug trade and human trafficking in and out of Rook Island. Essentially, he's the man with the money who's providing all of the firepower that Vaas and his men need to impose domination over anyone who gets in their way. Definitely a guy you want to keep on your side.
See, I prefer the European recordings. The brass sections in American orchestras too bombastic. Boom!
While Hoyt can fund an army, the combined smarts and skills of Trevor, Franklin, and Michael have bested forces of similar sizes repeatedly. For them, it would just be another day at the office. Winner, Trevor Phillips.
Whoa. What, am I detecting some sort of son I never had bullshit here, Mikey, huh?
Round 4, exploitable weaknesses.
What are you doing here?
Is that how you greet your mother, Trevor?
As much as his psychotic outbursts have served him well in a gunfight, the depths of Trevor's shattered psyche are quite evident. He falls in love with the wife of a kingpin and is left devastated when she leaves.
You better treat her right, man! I will, amigo! Yeah, otherwise...
When his mother confronts him, he all but breaks down before her, showing the scars of an abusive childhood that still haven't healed. His anger often blinds him as well, as evidenced when he discovered Michael's past betrayals. All in all, Trevor is kind of a ticking time bomb.
How long are you gonna keep lying for, Mikey, huh? When's it gonna stop? What happens in the dark comes out in the light.
I'll give it a rest, Trevor.
Vaas's madness appears to be a double-edged sword. While it does lead him to make some awesome speeches, his casual approach to death and murder led to his own undoing at the hands of Jason, just so he can nail his point home.
Pull the trigger. Come on, mother. Pull the trigger!
Throw in the fact that he's clearly got issues with his rebellious sister Citra, he's essentially Hoyt's attack dog and is on a lot of drugs, and it's quite a shock that he's still able to make all these anecdotes.
That is crazy.
Mind games are what Vaas specializes in, and if he managed to get inside Trevor's head, we're certain that he can make him unravel pretty quickly. Either way, it'd be one heck of a surreal conversation, that's for sure. Winner, Vaas Montenegro.
You see, the thing is, up there, you thought you had a chance. Way up in the fucking skies, you thought you had your finger on the pussy trigger.
Round 5, intelligence.
I'm the CEO of a big international corporation. It's very time-consuming. Nothing, of course, you'd understand, being a gentleman of leisure.
Despite initial appearances, Trevor isn't a mindless maniac. He may not be the sharpest, but his knowledge of planes, weaponry, and heists can't be dissuaded.
All right, let's take our slightly past-it vibe to an airfield where I got a sub, got a chopper, I got everything we need. All right, let's do this, you f***s.
He was part of the military for a brief time, after which he used his piloting skills to become a smuggler. Securing and delivering packages via air isn't something that can be easily taught, not to mention the forethought needed to commit a covert assassination at a fun fair. Sure, he's a sociopath, but he's far from a moron.
You owe me. Wait, get in that chopper. Listen to whatever this f***ing moron has to say.
Okay.
Hoyt may be the one calling the shots, but Vaas is the uncrowned king of Far Cry 3. Essentially the acting commander of the hired goons, he's shown to be able to coordinate successful attacks and kidnappings, as shown in the case of the Brody family.
Well, I hope your mama and your papa really, really love you. Because you two white boys, you look very expensive. And that's good, because I like expensive things.
He's also rather creative with his tortures, and since his home has danger lurking around every corner, he's got a lot to work with.
Oh my God!
He may be more into taking drugs than selling them, but no one knows the hellish paradise of the Rook Islands quite like he does.
No vacation here.
Their psychotic tendencies may often impede their judgment, but Trevor has shown that not only is he talented when it comes to his illegal affairs, but has managed to blend back into civilization rather easily. We doubt that Vaas could do that. Winner, Trevor Phillips.
I'm like a vulture just circling the desert looking for f***ing corpses, you know, a carrion-eating motherfucker. Do you understand that?
A battle between these two would be a sluggish one riddled with gunfire and plenty of barking mad quotes. But ironically enough, it's Trevor's added rationality and human connection that wins him the day. Winner, Trevor Phillips. So, do you agree with our result?
I want to know what you people think. What you really think.
Who do you think should have won?
Why do I give a f***?
With more duels on the way, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.
But is this not fun anymore? Have I failed to entertain you?